More great entertainment tonight at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo. Coming up on the Miller Lite stage, Giovannie and the Hired Guns. And with us right now is Giovannie.
Hey, what's up?
Man, great to have you here. I want to hear more about your band, but you all really fired things up in 2015 out of Stephenville, Texas.
Yeah.
So tell me about the start.
Yeah, so I was working at this little pawn shop there in town, right? And man, I don't know, at this time I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, you know? I just always played guitar, write music. And in the pawn shop, there's a guitar aisle. So every day when we weren't busy, I'd go grab a guitar, go to the corner of that room, and play guitar all day.
Taught yourself?
Well, I knew how to play guitar by this point, you know? And that's where it started, that pawn shop, man. I worked there for like 3 years, I think, or 2 years, something like that. I wrote all of the Bad Habits album in that pawn shop, in the corner of that pawn shop. So it's insane passing by that pawn shop and just.
I hope they were a sponsor of the first offering.
Oh man, I wish, you know, but
you might want to go circle back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, you're described as headbanging and two-stepping. So,
yeah,
I mean, combining a little bit of everything there, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like people like the adrenaline and the beat of the music. It doesn't matter, you know, who you are. You know what I mean? So here in Texas, we do a lot of touring, and you know, we play fairgrounds and rodeos. So you see a lot of cowboy hats that are doing this, and we see a lot of these up in the air. So that to me is awesome. That tells me that the people are liking the heavier guitar tones again, of like the early 2000s rock era. Like people are starting to like that again. Like it's gonna be another wave. I promise.
Your wave crashes at 9:30 tonight, so if you're watching, you still got time to come out to the North Texas Fair and Rodeo. And Stephenville, home of a lot of things, but also home of the Larry Joe Taylor Music Festival. You'll be playing that, in about a month? Is that right?
Yeah. I think we're playing there. You know, I'm not going to say any wrong dates. We're going to be there the first, I think it's going to be on a Thursday night. I think Josh Abbott headlines, and Roger Krager goes before Josh Abbott, and we go right before Roger Krager. So it'll be a cool deal. It's our first time on the main stage.
Really?
So, yeah, it's super exciting, man. It's nuts because that's where I found Trejo, our bass player, was at Larry Joe Taylor, just drunkenly walking through the crowd. Like, if you haven't been there, like, you need to go experience it. And, yeah, I bumped into him, kind of looked up, and I was like, hey, man, you're going to play bass for me? And he was like, okay. And the next week I texted him, like, let's go. And he's never left me since.
What about the rest of the band?
The rest of the band, we just kind of met through different bands that were all in Stephenville, like Chance at the time that I had. I have Carlos now. He's my cousin. I have my cousin that replaced Chance. And then I had, everybody just kind of just met through bands in Stephenville, Texas. And that's how we were just like, hey, man, you want to go try to do this other thing? And, yeah, that's how we formed. So.
You're like a lot of bands that are out here this week. You're in the middle of a very active tour in the state of Texas. You'll be in San Marcos here in a couple days at Cheatham Street.
Yes.
That's a great venue.
Yes.
You're going to go to Albany, San Antonio, Corpus Christi. Are you trying to stay principally in Texas, or will you venture out?
Yeah, so what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to hit all these spots in Texas, you know, try to see what our numbers are again, over and over, right? And I think next year, and we have an entire month, and we're going to be all out of state. So, I mean, our management company that we're with right now, they're doing awesome. So they're getting us in our booking agency too. So they're keeping us busy. They're keeping us, you know, focused to stay, you know, your eyes on the prize. So that's what we're doing, man. We're just grinding. We're out here. We're road dogging is what we call it.
They're doing a good job. They got you at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo in
right.
Denton, so they had their priorities right. Michael Salgado was out here earlier on Sunday. That was Hispanic Heritage Day here. Great crowds, and he's a big Ramon Ayala aficionado. That's kind of the guy that he fashioned his Tejano music after.
Yeah.
But you also are a big throw out a lot of homage to Ramon. So talk about that affiliation.
I'm a huge Michael Salgado fan as well. Los Garcia brothers, all of them. They're all great. And Ramon Ayala was just one song, or not one song, a person that all my family would listen to. Like, since I was a little kid, New Year's, you'd hear Ramon Ayala in the background, just belting out Tragos Amargos or Rinconcito en el Cielo. Top, you know, just the top of the lungs, you know. and just everybody just having a good time. So I grew up my whole life seeing that from my cousins and my grandpa to my dad, just everybody in our family. Ramon Ayala's been there throughout my entire life. So not him personally, but him musically, yes.
Well,
so, yeah.
Music can venture into everybody's life in different ways, and you guys obviously pay homage to that, but we cannot wait to see you tonight. Going to be a good crowd out there. The weather's starting to really cooperate. What's it mean to play at a North Texas Fair and Rodeo stage? You're going to play in a lot of different places, but to be out amongst the ag community and to really be kind of a part of Americana, what's it mean to you?
It's to me it's a good feeling. I used to be in FFA, and I used to show pigs when I was so I know what it's super humbling.
You know your audience.
Yes, and it's super humbling, and it's amazing to be here, and like I'm blessed to be here. I don't know how to describe the feeling, man. I don't.
I just wish you were more positive about everything going on. That's Giovannie Giannis. He's the guy that put together Giovannie and the Hired Guns. They're up at 9:30 tonight.
That's right.
On the Miller Lite stage. Hey, thanks for being a part of the activity out here, and have a great show tonight.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, you've heard from him. Come out and see him tonight, and join us here at the North